Hi everyone, I'm Kent Louie, science teacher and talking head, talking about best practice in science education and broadcasting from beautiful Vancouver, Canada. Now this is episode 68. One goal I have for my students is for them to get a deeper understanding of science, to go beyond the basic facts and ideas and Googleable facts and be able to use what they've learned. Now, this is one reason why I use standards-based assessment and why I ask essay-style questions on my science tests. So when I read somewhere about how AI can help students with achievement, I thought, could ChatGPT help my students develop a deeper understanding of science? And long story short, it can't. And I'll share what I did to come up with this conclusion, or come to this conclusion, and what needs to be done to use ChatGPT in a way that does lead to deeper learning of science content. But before I do, handouts for this episode are available at realsciencechallenge.com/EP68, and please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Now, I've used ChatGPT a few times, and I'm quite impressed at how easy it is to deep dive into something. Once you ask one question, then another follow-up question, and then another. And I want the same for my students too. I want them to deep dive into science and develop a deeper understanding of a concept. So for my work and energy unit in physics, I taught students how to ask basic and more sophisticated questions to ChatGPT by using Bloom's taxonomy. You remember this from Teachers College? Yeah, as an assignment, I had students ask ChatGPT 3 questions of varying complexity about the concept of work in relation to physics. In other words, work is equal to force times distance. Now, I got students to share the transcript of their conversation with ChatGPT with me so I can see what questions my students asked, and also to keep them on task. Now, the day after this assignment, I gave students one question I thought they'd be able to answer correctly if they had a good understanding of work. Now, I wasn't expecting 100% of them to get the answer right, but this is how many responses I got, and this is how many got it right. 1 out of 43. Now, this was the question. Which person does the most work? Or which person does more work? Person A, a person who holds back 2 pillars, 350 pounds each, for almost a minute and a half. Or person B, a person who completes a wall sit for almost 12 hours. Who does more work? The answer is neither person A or B does more work. They do the same amount of work, which is 0 joules. Because work is equal to force times distance. And although both individuals are applying a force, neither are moving the object. So unfortunately, just having students ask ChatGPT questions of increasing complexity about work did not develop a deeper understanding of work. So what did I learn? And what can we do as teachers when we use ChatGPT with students? Number 1, teachers need to discuss and unpack ideas brought up by ChatGPT if we want students to develop, a deeper understanding of content knowledge. You know, ChatGPT is just a jumping off point. It's like a very sophisticated search engine that can write a response for you. But the response is just knowledge. To help students unpack it, we need to give students something to do with that knowledge, something that challenges what they just learned. And this is what AI cannot do so far that teachers can do. Number 2, when using ChatGPT, it needs to be goal-oriented, not task-oriented. You know, when I made students use ChatGPT for an assignment, students were just concerned about completing the assignment and not about the learning behind it. However, in a separate exercise, I got students to ask ChatGPT to help them with one issue in physics class and to share their conversation with me. And the conversations were amazing. Some students asked questions and follow-up questions about how to perform force calculations. Other students asked for help on building their balloon-powered car, which was the class project at the time. And students asked follow-up questions after follow-up questions. And thus, when students have a goal in mind, and it's not just a task to finish like this assignment, the use of ChatGPT can really help students dive deeper. So perhaps the question is, how do we make learning science more goal-oriented and less task-oriented? That's it for this episode. Please smash the like or subscribe button or leave a comment below. And handouts once again are at realsciencechallenge.com/EP68. Thanks for watching. And let's talk science education again soon.